to talk about something, a little rumor that's making the rounds here, JD, that a lot of Chief fans are pretty excited about. So a local Atlanta radio host reported this last week. It's an apparent rumor, so we don't know. I haven't seen anybody legitimate besides an Atlanta radio guy talk about it. But the report was Chiefs reached out to Falcons about Pitt's availability, a contingency plan for them if Kelce does retire. Chiefs still believe Pitts has potential to be elite. JD, I remember when Pitts came out a couple of years ago, we talked about, has athleticism, hasn't really panned out for him in the NFL as far as, I will say, Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, not the best quarterbacks, it's not Patrick Mahomes by any stretch of the imagination. But this year, Kirk Cousins was there. Drake London tore it up. Darnell Mooney tore it up. But Pitts really didn't tear it up either. Towards the end of the season, I think Penix and him had a little bit of a rapport. I will say that. But overall, he hasn't really been the guy that everybody thought he was going to be the best tight end of all time. A lot of the experts are saying he's going to change the game for tight ends. But what do you make of the potential of the Chiefs bringing him in as a contingency plan for Travis Kelce? And do you think Mahomes, Andy Reid could actually kind of make the legend that is Kyle Pitts, what we heard 3 years ago, potentially be a guy that a lot of people thought he was going to be?
I actually love that move. I actually love it. I think he's been underutilized down there in Atlanta. He's been wasting his talents away down there, really. And it's a shame because I was expecting everybody, oh man, he's going to be this and that. And then all of a sudden, man, he's he hasn't lived up to the hype at all. Is that on him? Is that his fault? Or is it, like you said, all these, these slappies that was throwing the ball to him, right? Kirk Cousins come in, he's throwing the ball around. He had, Drake London, like you said, and Mooney, and, Pitts, he caught a few balls. But Kyle Pitts, man, if he got the talent, like we know he has talent, shoot, he need to be peppered some balls too. So it would be a contingency plan if there was something that Trav decided not to do. If he decided to retire, I think Travis comes back for another year. That's me. That's my feeling about it. I hope he does. And can you still get a Kyle Pitts? I'm not opposed to that whatsoever.
Ooh, I like what you're talking about. I was going to ask you, do you still, and you just brought it up yourself. So you think that this should be something they should be looking at anyways, even if Kelce does come back?
Yeah, absolutely. I love Noah Gray. Noah Gray has he has a skill set that is particular to Noah Gray. Okay, and Noah is like the Swiss Army knife. He could go in and block. He can go catch balls out there. But you get a guy like Kyle Pitts, man. I don't know what Jared Wiley's going to be. I don't know. Okay, that's the question. All right, can he become that guy off his injury? I would love to think so. I would love to think so. Man, Kyle Pitts, man, with his ability, his athletic ability, catching the football and stuff, man, why not? Now, okay, Marcus, okay, let's see, you got all these different scenarios. Now, you're going to let a guy like Hollywood Brown walk if that's the case. Him and Tribe both out there? And then Worthy and Rashid Rice? You can line these guys up out there with corners and safeties. You can line them up anywhere. And you can let them jokers just attack. And if Trav is in it, now Trav could take a little bit more break. Now it's him, Noah Gray, and all these guys. So I'm not opposed to it at all. Yeah, and Domingo Spence, I'm like you can never have too many weapons. The only way you can have too many weapons is if you're not going to utilize it. That's the only problem. Don't let a guy like that come here and you don't utilize it. So I get, look, this is all speculation. I'm sure if they have reached out to him, that's what they're talking about. And I think they would still try to say, hey, man, can we still get something done? Right? Because what Kyle Pitts, okay, so here's the question, man. What year is this for Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, so this would be his final. It's a 5th-year option. So it's the final year of his rookie deal. It's a $10 million for the last year of his deal.
Well, see, now it changes things.
Unless Kelce, what we talked about him restructuring, because Kelce's worth $20 million this coming season, 19. If he restructures and then he goes, I'll come back for 10. Then you have two guys for the price of one with Kelce and Kyle Pitts at the 10 each.
Well, we playing with Monopoly money over here, Marcus.
Hey, it's not our money; it's Clark Hunt's money.
I hear you, man. But hey, look, that sounds great. Sounds wonderful for the fans and whatnot. Them guys are like, hey, man, we ain't doing that. Shoot, hey, we ain't. Come on, don't downplay us for 10 million. And look, if his last year on this, he could do that. But let's say he has a great year. Man, it's just a lot of scenarios here. After a while, he might like, let me hit the market. Well, you're going to have to pay me, right? You was paying Travis Kelce 20-something million. Well, 18, how much Travis is making? He might want to get that right now if he has a great year. It's like so many different scenarios and things. So I see Neff was talking about the tight end rim look good. Yeah, somewhat, but you could get more.
I will say, let's say in the scenario that you were talking about, Pitts does well and Kelce's here. He plays well enough, right? And he goes to be a free agent. Kelce, as we all think, this is his last year of his deal. A lot of people seem to think if he does come back to me, his retirement tour, if he does come back, right? It'd be his last year. Kelce comes off the books. So then you have a vacancy, that opening for Pitts to kind of just take over that Kelce valve. And if you're saying if we bring in Pitts this year, so like you said, we don't need to bring back Hollywood because we have Pitts here now with Kelce. Yeah. Then that there is, there's not the existing potential $10 million Hollywood deal, 7 to 11 range. Then you have Pitts there. So I don't think it really. And also, this is also counting Kelce taking some kind of a pay cut for his last year, a restructure.
And here's the thing: you could, if you're looking at it, and you're saying, you get Kyle Pitts in this offense. I think somebody said that in here. Yeah, Barbershop said that. Kyle Pitts could definitely gel in this offense. If you give him the autonomy to be able to do some kind of run some routes to kind of get open, you never know what you're going to unlock with him. Really. Oh, man, I wish like some offenses would, to the point where you could do some of the things, kind of run the routes that you want to run. You just really don't have that luxury other places. You just don't. You can run here, you can run over there, and don't fool the quarterback in it. But shoot, sometimes Kelce is able to get open, and Pat teaches him, and he'll watch how Kelce does it that year. What are you thinking on this? What's Pat thinking on this? Man, get them three together. Let them suckers talk.
Yeah, talk about creativity of an offense. I mean, he's been with Art Smith pretty much his entire career. I mean, that's nowhere near nowhere near the level that we're on.
Yeah, that's Swiss cheese right there. Swiss cheese, baby. We want something else a little bit more delectable. You know what I mean? High class and things. So, hey, I like that idea of it. Can it work? So,
Chad, I didn't realize Chad was very anti Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had opportunities in Atlanta and showed no upside. Pitts was even mostly in single coverage with good wide receivers with him.
Well, I like I said, I think it had something to do with the guys that's throwing the football to him. He had a much better year with a legitimate quarterback throwing the ball, and he did more. What was his numbers? What was his numbers this year?
Let me see. Kyle Pitts. I knew I had him in fantasy in one league, and it wasn't. It didn't start out so hot. Let me put you that way. His numbers for the. You have his numbers?
Yeah, 47 for 602 yards. 47. He could double that up here in this offense easy. And I think if you give him, like I said, the ability to be able to kind of get open, run some of the bad routes, or not bad routes, running some of the, the routes and areas and stuff, he might be able to surprise you a little bit. I mean, that Joker wasn't the type of terror he was in college for a reason, for no reason. He was smoking folks down there in Florida, smoking them. So, shoot.
Yeah, I think this is a very a sneaky move if this rumor happens to be true. I mean, I think this would be an amazing move, and based on what I've read as far as what comp would be to get a guy like that, it would probably take a 4th or 5th round pick to get Kyle Pitts. I mean, that's a steal. You're not getting Kyle Pitts in the 4th or 5th round. You're getting guys like Jared Wiley, who we don't know what's going to happen with him, right? But you get a guy like Kyle Pitts, who we have seen him have blow up years. I mean, his second year in the league, he didn't have like 1,000 yards. His first year, rookie year, 68 for 1,026 yards, 1 touchdown, but 68 for 1,000. I mean, that is a rookie.
Yards his rookie year. I didn't know that.
It's been all downhill since then, but nonetheless, he did do that.
Yeah. So Neff, you see, he said so he had 68 catches for 1,026 yards his rookie year. So, but that regression could be, like I said, for all the jokers throwing the ball to him. You get him in an offense like this with somebody to utilize you. And here's the thing, though, Marcus. Let's say this plays it out. Travis plays for another year. You have him here as well, right? Kyle Pitts. Utilize it. Travis decides to move on after we win the Super Bowl. You still have Kyle Pitts, Jared Wiley, and a Noah Gray here. So you still have weapons, right? So it's still the carryover. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know we always talk about it. It's always big, great thing of saying, the heir apparent to Travis Kelce. We're not saying Kyle Pitts is going to be Travis Kelce, but if you want someone who can have the kind of moves and kind of the yak and the athleticism that Kelce did have in his yesteryear and in the prime of Kelce, Kyle Pitts has that athleticism. I'm not saying he's going to match Travis Kelce's numbers or whatnot, but if you talk about a guy who can be more like that, then I've seen a lot of people say Noah Gray or Wiley can be the heir apparent to Travis Kelce based on their play. It's like they're different. They're just different. Athleticism-wise, Kyle Pitts is more on the level of Travis Kelce than who we have in the room as we speak.
I would say he's a better athlete than Travis Kelce.
100%.
Yeah. Joey said, is Kyle Pitts a good blocker? Yeah, he'll block. I've seen him block. He'll block. Now, as far as like putting him in the dirt beside tackle, he'll look like a 5-year-old getting in the stance. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, Noah Gray is nice. I like Noah Gray a lot. And we had Noah here for a number of years. So that could be the perfect scenario. If you brought a Kyle Pitts in and he does, and you sign him for maybe a longer term deal, you still got Wiley, you still got Noah Gray, you still got that, man. So they look, what we're talking about is what they've been talking about. They've been thinking this for sure. So why not have an ace in your pocket? Why not?
And quite frankly, we're talking about we talk about the lack of utilization of Hollywood Brown, of D-Hop, right, towards the end of the season. Noah Gray was still getting utilized. He was still getting the snaps. We love giving our double tight end sets. We wouldn't have that problem with Kyle Pitts. He would get in there. He would get his playing time. And people want to talk about, Noah Gray deserves a shot. Well, when Kelce does retire, that Kyle Pitts and Noah Gray's still in the same role that he's in.
Yeah.
So
I think you still need that guy, man, that's going to be able to block, kick some dudes and stuff out, man. And that's in money. Yeah, it's going to cost some money. But, we could work around that. That could be something that could be worked around. You could possibly see something like that, right? So.
Yeah. I would love I would love this. I 100% on board. I thought you were going to be hesitant on this one, JD. I'm happy you're on board with this one. This makes me feel better about me liking this deal or this potential.
Yeah, shoot. I think, hey, man, I've been kind of like, man, how come they're not getting the ball to Kyle Pitts like they should? I don't think it's his fault. It's his fault, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Desmond Ridder, his 1,000-yard season is still in the chat. That was Matt Ryan with him. So the one time he had a competent quarterback, he's the 1,000-yard season there. So There you go. But yeah, when you have Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota throwing to you for most of your career with Art Smith calling plays, it's going to be kind of tough to do much. Not everyone's Tony Gonzalez who can post about 1,000 yards with whoever's calling plays and whoever's throwing the ball to him. So
yeah, when I'm sitting there, I'm looking at his, you know, his games: 2 reception, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 4, 1, 4, 7, 3, 7, 0, 2, 3, 3. That's come on, man. Not for a first round pick like him. Not at all. They should be utilizing. I get they got Drake London. They got Daryl Mooney. I get that. But I'm sitting there. I'll be like, man, I'm going to Pitts. Be ready this week. We're gonna throw the ball to you. Okay. They got B. John Robinson. Obviously, they got to feed the ball too. He got a lot of balls out the backfield. It's a lot of things there, man. A lot of things there.
And look, too, I mean, I know you were a big Jody Fortson fan. Mahomes' last MVP season, when Jody Fortson was utilized, and Jody Fortson's not a full-time tight end. He's a red zone threat. Kyle Pitts is a full-time tight end. I mean, he's very similar athleticism-wise to Jody Fortson and probably more athletic than Jody Fortson because he can run a 4.4. But, like, what we saw we could do with Jody Fortson in the red zone, imagine what you can do with Kyle Pitts all game long. I mean, Andy got a field day with this.
Oh, yeah. Sasha says, Myles Garrett or Pitts. There's no way we're going to be able to sign Myles Garrett. No way. He's what's the name of money? It's Chris Jones money. And better and more. There ain't no way you're going to sign him.
Yeah. And contractually wise, it's not even, I mean, based on 1 year with Kyle Pitts with $10 million, I mean, it's nowhere near what Myles Garrett's going to demand. And also what you have to trade for him, because we're looking at rounds 3 to 5 for Kyle Pitts. You're looking at round 1 and more for Myles Garrett. And we're not in a place to be trading round 1 first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a weak tight end and a weak offensive tackle is a plan for disaster. No question. That for sure. So we'll have it all straight.
Yeah, I don't think trade for Kyle Pitts is going to hinder the left tackle plan there, Chad.
No.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. Trey Hendrickson. Oh, shoot, Trey's going to be wanting money too, man.
Oh, man, he's going to get paid a lot.
Yeah. Y'all naming some folks is out of our price range.
Yeah.
Love to have.
People forget Kyle Pitts is still on a rookie deal, guys. So that it's not Kyle Pitts is not compared to some of these guys you're bringing up. It's not even going to be close to what they're paying for, and that's what Veach likes to do. Veach likes to find guys who underperformed at first round picks. And they're cost control guys, so you can go get them for that 1 year that he has left in his deal.
Yeah, Will and Dillard.
The cost control guys, Veach loves those types. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.